I've been teaching quantum soul-body fusion, but only to people who are already certified soul-body fusion practitioners. So this is a big deal to give it out to people who never had soul-body fusion before. But these are amazing times, and we can't grow fast enough. There's just so much growth that is needed, so much expanding into the collective. This is Jonette Crowley. So for those of you who are new to me, I'm an author of 2 books. One is The Eagle and the Condor, and the other is Soul Body Fusion. Both of them are in 12 languages. And for 30 years, I've been a channel for, at first, White Eagle, and now a cosmic guide called Mark. So I'm a spiritual Indiana Jones, a spiritual teacher, a channel. And what I get to do now is, well, my whole life, is support people in their spiritual awakening. And I have never seen the awakening faster than is happening now. In the last few months, we have done 3 of these Facebook Live transmissions of the Soul Body Fusion, and I thought we were finished. But really, in the last few weeks, I have seen with my own experience, but also with my visionary ability, I have seen such a change in the ability of individuals and the collective to hold divinity, to hold complex patterns of light, to hold higher frequencies, to just be more of their embodied higher self. I'm seeing it in myself, I'm seeing it in the clients. So just to tell you, if you're brand new to these transmissions, Soul Body Fusion is a technique that I discovered about 12 years ago, and mostly because I needed it, because I had 2 worlds, my physical life and my spiritual life, and they combined, but not always. And I was doing okay even with that. I didn't realize how disconnected I was. And one day I just asked my guides what it would be like if I were fully, as much as I could be, fully embodied with my spirit, with my soul now. And I didn't feel the change, but other people immediately did. They said, "You look radiant." And of course, what I do, as soon as I get something, I try to teach it. I use it on others. So I didn't have a name for it. I started doing these fusions, these reconnections with people, and they felt immediate, sometimes absolutely spectacular results. So then I started doing it with more and more people, and it was clear that I needed to write a book, because the stories of healings, the stories of clearings, the stories of people really reuniting with their allness, their oneness, was amazing. So I've been doing it for years. I teach people to be practitioners. I teach teachers to teach practitioners. But what we're going to do today is our standard 2 10-minute transmissions. But what's different about today than the last 3 transmissions, and you're welcome to watch those again on Facebook, or we put them on YouTube, is I'm calling this quantum soul body fusion, because we are embodying so much more. I used to see that there were like 2 bubbles. There was the bubble that's our body, and there's the bubble that's our soul. And they intersected more or less different degrees for people. But what it feels like has been enabled, I think a tipping point for humanity, is that our bubbles are coming together. We are like clicking in our soul and our body. And I see it as each of us have the capacity to stand in this column of light where everything, our knowing, our being, our universality, is connected and grounded to our body. So this morning, as I was preparing for this transmission, what I'm feeling, and I'm telling you in case you feel this too, is really complex geometries like stars and diamonds, especially diamonds and stars, diagonals, moving through my body, almost like if you know the visual mantra, the Sri Yantra. It's a mandala, and I felt like I was becoming the Sri Yantra mandala with all of these lines, and the lines recrystallized my body in such an amazing way, but not just my body, my aura. And then I have to say, throughout time, it was as if I was accessing or crystallizing past, present, future, and it was no longer just me. It was allness. It was all things. So I'm hoping that with this transmission, that you feel something that's a breakthrough for the next level of you. We're going to do a 10-minute transmission, then we're going to take a energy break, suggest you drink water, and then another 10-minute transmission. I'll have some water now. Your job is to stay in your body, not to meditate. We don't want you to go out into the higher worlds. We want us to bring our higher worlds here. So put your hands on your lap with your palms up, and I'm going to be like I'm touching your hands, touching your fingers. And we're going to intend that each of us individually and the collective and Mother Earth receives as huge a download of our highest spirit, our soul, our divinity as we can possibly hold. So let's go for it. 10 minutes. You can have your eyes open or closed. Just sink into yourself. You're perfect. Your body is ready to hold all potentials of goodness. You may feel things, you may feel heat, tingling, shaking even, heavy, light, expanded. It doesn't matter what you feel. Your soul is in charge. We're not really doing anything. I say it's a transmission, but it's really an opening to your divinity, your soul. You might feel a state change, that you're in your body, but something in your consciousness shifts. It's as if these higher doors are opening permanently in you. So whatever sense you get is fine, but just stay present in your body. It's actually so much stronger to do it with all of you. The collective, the bonding makes it much more powerful, much smoother. Let your mind be still. This is just between your body and your soul. If you feel nothing, that's fine. Because it's not what you feel now that's important. It's how this changes your life. I hope you can feel your fullness growing, your calmness growing, a sense of balance. Some of you are feeling sparkling. Sometimes we call it like champagne bubbles in your body. It's a cellular change. Just notice that your sense of your body is shifting. There is a state change, a change of consciousness that's enabling more of our light, more of our quantum self to be here now. A few more minutes in this transmission. Just receive. Some of you are feeling that you're going to pop open. Go ahead and let that happen. As if you're popping into a new part of you. Notice that as we do this, your awareness increases. It's hard to explain, but there's just more sensing about you, more knowing, more certainty. All right. Take a deep breath and kind of open your eyes if they're closed. And just notice how you feel different. And I have to say, again, if you don't feel anything, I wrote the book, and the first time I felt nothing. I only knew I had changed because other people told me. Okay. Now let's talk a little bit. If you have water, get a drink of water. When these quantum energies of you really become embodied, it does detoxify your body. It really does change your cells. So drink a lot of water the next few days. This process lasts for 21 days. You may not focus on it, but the process keeps continuing. It's like you get layers and layers of downloads as you integrate the first one, then more comes and more comes. It's on automatic and it comes from your soul. And if you really took in a lot or had maybe more blocks or some illness, often there is healing from this. But you might feel that you have what I call ascension flu. So if tomorrow you're really tired and a little achy, you don't have COVID. Well, I can't promise, but I'm pretty sure you don't have COVID. It's just your body actually realigning. So listen to your body with this. Let me share a little bit about how I knew that I was changing, and then how I knew that other people were ready for this quantum transmission. Because I've been teaching quantum soul-body fusion, but only to people who are already certified soul-body fusion practitioners. So this is a big deal to give it out to people who never had soul-body fusion before. But these are amazing times, and we can't grow fast enough. There's just so much growth that is needed, so much expanding into the collective. But last week, a week and a half ago, I was teaching one of my workshops, Living Your Divinity. And one of my friends was on the workshop, and she asked me I was channeling some answers. And the question she asked is, she said, I noticed that Jonette's aura has changed. It's really different. And my question to you, Mark, my guide, is Jonette going to die? Is Jonette dying? Well, you can imagine that that's a really hard question to channel the answer, because of course my heart goes, whoa, am I? And I checked in with myself and I wasn't. But this was Mark's answer. He basically said that like at some level, I finally accomplished a next level of embodying my spirit, and that it's changed everything. My aura is structured differently. My whole energy field is structured differently. So what does that do in our life? It makes us more magnetic, much more magnetic, magnetic to good things, magnetic to synchronicities, magnetic to miracles. And it makes us anti-magnetic to things we've been carrying around, the wrong relationships, the wrong ideas and thought forms that we've been holding. So you will find a tremendous change. So after I noticed externally that I was different, I asked the question, can I transmit this? Because, my belief is I don't need anything if I can't explain it or expand it and radiate it out to others. So I've been trying with my clients in my personal sessions, and many of them are absolutely feeling that they are going to this next level. So that's what inspired me to do these soul-body fusion, quantum soul-body fusion transmissions now. Watch Facebook. I'll have to look on my calendar. Usually we'll do 2 more, but I'm not sure. Usually I do it every 21 days, so I'll take a look at that. But let me tell you what else is coming up. So 2 things. On the solstice, June 20th and 21st, I'm actually going to be teaching Soul Body Fusion course online. I've never done it online, and I don't often teach Soul Body Fusion because I have so many certified teachers around the world. So if you go to our website, under the tab Soul Body Fusion, you can look up and see who are teachers in your area. I have master teachers in Sweden and Netherlands and Poland, and they teach teachers. But so 20th and 21st, I don't have it on my website yet. I just designed it yesterday. 20th and 21st of June, online, 4 hours each day, Soul Body Fusion practitioner's course. You'll be certified, but more importantly, you'll get more depth of soul body fusion, because we'll be doing fusions. Because it's the solstice, we'll be doing an activation and initiation. And then many of you who are listening are already soul body fusion practitioners. So I'm going to be doing an online teacher's class. Yes, an online teacher's class. So if you would like to be able to expand your healing work by teaching people to be soul body fusion practitioners, that class will start the 27th and 28th of June. And you can take that as long as you're already a certified practitioner and you've had practice doing soul body fusions. So that information is on my website, I think, the online course. So I might not have the details yet. But let me tell you what's coming up in terms of energy shifts. My guide Mark had said that when he tried to look past the middle of July, the veils were over. Even the guides can't see what's beyond the middle of July. And Mark channeled that the full moon in July is going to be very important. It's as if possible timelines collapse, and I'm thinking darker timelines of destruction and abusing Mother Earth will collapse, and new timelines of, I'll call it ascension, but of humanity moving into a golden age is happening, but especially the full moon in July. So I'm going to be channeling 3 events. We always do things in 3s because it makes a portal. 3 makes a portal. So on the full moon of June, which I think is June 5th, we're going to be doing a transmission. Those aren't up on my website. And this is for, there's a minimal charge for this, so it won't be on Facebook. For the full moon in June, then the full moon in July, which is July 5th, I will be actually channeling that and transmitting that from an indigenous grandmother's land where she has a sacred medicine wheel, and she's given me permission. No, I can't take pictures at the medicine wheel, but I'll be in her office and transmitting the July full moon then, and the August full moon I think is August 3rd or 4th. These aren't on my website yet, but I just want to let you know that we are absolutely doing what we can individually and collectively to make this change that you all feel into the tipping point that moves humanity and Earth into a much healthier place. And this has always been a dream, but it is happening. It is happening. I can't say anything more than with my visionary eyes, I don't see the results and I don't see how, but I see the power. All right. Let's see if there's let me look and see if there's anything else I want to say. Make sure, because some of these things I've talked about aren't yet up on my website, make sure to go to JonetteCrowley.com and sign up for my newsletter, because that's the only way, and I only send it out once a month, sometimes every other month. That's the only way I'm going to keep you posted of everything, so you won't have to keep checking my website and seeing if things are up yet. All right, my dearest ones. I wish I could see you. I've kind of gotten spoiled on Zoom where I could see your faces. So we're going to do the second transmission, 10 minutes of what I'm calling quantum soul body fusion. The reason we take this break is this second part is usually, or is often, quite different in the experience. It's as if we integrated the first download and now we're taking in more. Same thing. Sit, be present in your body. Ask your soul to open up all the divinity that your body can possibly hold. And I always say, and then some. All right, 10 minutes, dear ones. Just get quiet and be present in your body, feeling what has shifted. Allow yourself to soften and expand, so it's not about just your body anymore. It's really about becoming more multidimensional and having a body. Can you feel a gladness in your heart that something's just breaking open bigger and bigger? That you're needing not to be so protected. You're okay to be cosmic. You're okay to be your universal human self. Can you feel those barriers fall away? And as they do, can you feel, or just a knowing, that you're more connected to the universe, to all your greatest good, to all your greatest potential? There's just something that's open, closer to the angels, closer to all the high beings. You're doing great. I really can feel the shift in you. If you feel pains or things moving around your body, it's a physical readjustment to these higher vibrations. It's a physical readjustment to more balance. If it feels like there's a lot of energy in your body, if it's almost too much, again, imagine that you're expanding. You're not expanding your body. I promise it'll stay the same size, but you're expanding into the quantum realm. And this is the breakthrough we're looking for. Some of you, many of you are already feeling the collective, and you'll know that soul body fusion isn't just you. That's why I can transmit it to all of you. So if it feels comfortable for you, imagine this quantum soul body fusion happening for all humanity and Mother Earth and all of nature, whatever you're comfortable with. Because sometimes it's harder to hold it just as your download. Good. Yeah. Well, that made it stronger. Whoa. Now imagine it going into the hospitals and the nursing homes, and the places where people are afraid or are sick. Sometimes we think it's just our soul, but our soul's just a drop of water in the ocean, and all the other drops of water are the same. So just feel that an ocean of souls, or of soul energy of divinity, is rushing into humanity and earth. And you're an anchor for it. One more minute of this wonderful opening that you're all creating. Feel the glory of it. Feel the magnificence of you and everyone. All right. Take a deep breath, move around a bit, have some water. Please do write in the chat about what your experience is, because it's so great for everybody to hear what other people experienced. And like I said, go to my website. We've got lots of information on soul body fusion. I've got some free videos. And we also have free videos on YouTube as well. So just with such heartfelt gratitude for all of you, committing to your spiritual growth and committing to embody that which we've never seen in humanity for thousands of years. It really is this golden light, this diamond matrix that is opening in all of us faster than I ever thought possible. And I'm sure it's just going to get faster and faster. So reach out for help for people, because when this kind of growth happens, the old stuff falls away pretty fast. And you might be, you need to talk to friends. You need to really get support, because it's all amazing what you are doing and we are doing together. I'm grateful that you found me and that you are finding your divinity. So watch Facebook. Thank you so very, very much. Love from Denver, Colorado.